Warning, this episode contains content that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. The beautiful thing about art is that it tells a story, but sometimes that story can be a rather unpleasant one. Sometimes art is created on the stroke of inspiration without any thought to the possible consequences. Laura P., a successful painter, and James Kidd, a commercial photographer, met for the first time at a gallery showing in Tombstone, Arizona in the 1990s. Laura was fascinated by one of James' photographs, which had an accidental double exposure of a stagecoach, and to the left, a figure that hadn't been in either picture James had taken, the figure of a man missing his head. James said that Kodak had concluded the image hadn't been manipulated, leaving the mysterious figure unexplained. Entranced by the story, Laura asked if she could paint the picture, to which James agreed. But as Laura began working on the piece, life became a little stranger, and Laura felt a great uneasiness around the painting. But Laura wasn't alone in her discomfort. After putting the piece up in a business office, the workers claimed they would find the frame crooked every morning, despite straightening it every night, and things went strangely awry around the picture. Laura reclaimed the piece and set it against a wall in her garage, after which the roof right above developed an unfixable leak. After moving the painting, the roof stopped leaking, but the strange happenings continued. Objects were thrown from walls, and things broke without reason or explanation. One particular evening, Laura claimed she set a salt shaker on her kitchen bar and left the room, only to return and find salt spilled all over the floor, but the shaker standing upright where she'd left it. The phenomena followed her from house to house for years, and Laura, who did not have children or pets at the time, said she still doesn't believe in ghosts, but she regrets ever creating the painting for all the trouble it's caused her and those around her. Artists pour their heart and soul into their work, their blood, sweat, and tears, sometimes literally. Sean Robinson of Cumbria, England, lost his grandmother in 2010, but gained an inheritance that included several of his grandmother's possessions, including an unsettling painting titled The Anguished Man, which shows an abstract humanoid figure caught in an eternal scream. Sean's grandmother hid the painting in her attic for 25 years, believing it was the source of an evil shadow she claimed stalked her. She also maintained that the unknown artist infused his own blood with the paint and killed himself immediately after finishing the piece. Being a skeptic, Sean was quick to brush off any claims of the supernatural and hung the painting in his home as a conversation piece. But it wasn't long until Sean, his wife, and young son felt unnerved by the painting. All three family members felt a constant weight of dread and anxiety and always saw a shadow at the corner of their eyes. At night, they heard a man crying wherever the painting was hung, and doors opened on their own. Sean filmed the activity and uploaded it to YouTube, hoping someone might recognize the piece and know more about its shrouded history. But despite over 2 million views on Sean's channel, no one has come forward with more information. Skeptics argue the Anguished Man is simply a hoax born of Sean's imagination, citing the video's bad lighting and camera quality and the possible use of trickery to fake the activity in the videos. However, Sean remains steadfast in his conviction, and despite multiple offers to buy the painting, he says it is not for sale and that the danger far outweighs any price. Hoax or not, the Robinson family reports feeling much safer now that the painting has been locked away in their cellar, where even the dog refuses to go. Purchasing things online with the single click of a button is certainly convenient, but with convenience comes risk. In 2000, a mysterious painting labeled as Haunted appeared on eBay. It featured a young boy standing next to an eyeless doll with several disembodied hands behind a glass door. The painting itself was eerie enough, but it was the seller's ominous warning that disturbed online shoppers. The seller explained that their 4-year-old daughter was terrified of the picture and claimed to see the boy and the doll arguing at night before crawling from the confines of their canvas to enter reality. Sometimes her father also claimed to see the same thing. But the seller's story didn't deter buyers. The listing accumulated over 30,000 views and was shared all across the internet before being purchased by an art gallery owner, Kim Smith, for $1,025. Kim herself didn't have any experiences, but other people claimed to have felt faint, nauseous, or just generally uneasy around the picture. Many thought that even seeing the image online had triggered disturbing events, demonic whispers, blackouts, and feelings of being controlled by an outside force. Kim tracked down the artist, painter Bill Stoneham, who said the piece, called The Hands Resist Him, represented the other lives hidden within a dream realm versus a harsh reality. Though the painting wasn't meant to be frightening, Bill did recall a strange occurrence. Chris Feingarten, who had commissioned the piece for his gallery, and Henry Seldis, an art critic who wrote an article about the painting, had both passed away within a year after the picture's first gallery showing. Since the painting's rise to internet fame, Bill has completed 2 commissioned sequels and says that while surprised at the response, his paintings can sometimes resonate in others, opening an inner door to something much, much darker. That's all for this episode. Now be sure to tune into my first episode of Scary Little Things, where we discuss the little terrifying facts about everyday life that you may not have known were true. You can either press on screen now or press the link in the description below this video. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel now, because you won't want to miss what's next. And I'll see you next Wednesday.